So this is CAS reflection number 6, and this is regarding blog making, and it addresses criterion 2, 6, 7, and 10. And so it addresses criterion 2 because I never made a blog before. I'd never done anything like that. So what I did was, for my CAS project on photography, I needed a way to show the IB coordinator and the IB CAS supervisor that I have actually been practicing my photography. So, and since I'm doing visual video reflections, that I can't just bring her pictures of them. So what I did was, I was talking to my friend about it, Abby, and she suggested that I get I try out Wix because they had a lot of good formats, good bases to work from when you're setting up your blog. So I did. I went and I looked up Wix and I worked on it the free time we've had because of snow days and things and breaks. And so yeah, this is the first blog I made, and it's visually based. It's pretty much only pictures. There's hardly any text involved at all. You can add captions, but they don't show up on the blog underneath the pictures. I have an About Me page, but that's the only text on the blog. And then I wanted to do a text-based blog about reducing our impact on the environment and climate change and how governmental agencies are dealing with it, and just, exploring the different viewpoints. So I didn't want to do it through Wix because unless you're paying for it, they have their logo big across the bottom of it. So I started trying out different formats like WordPress and Blogspot and just all different types of formats that I could use as a base for my blog. And so from there, this one's a textually based blog, and it's completely different than working on a photo blog, because when you're working on a image-based website, it's a lot more visual, if that makes sense. You're arranging the images so that you don't have too many dark and too many light in a row. 3 or 4 dark images right in a row isn't what you want. But when you're working with text-based blogs, you want your colors to go really well together. You want your words to be in certain spots. If you have pop-outs, you want those to be in a certain way, because everything is, especially on a text-based blog, you want everything to kind of just flow together, because in a photography blog, you want the images to look nice and you want the colors to look nice, but no one really expects it to be a bunch of the same pictures. But with text, no one really wants to read a blog that has the text here and the text here and the text here. They want it to be consistent. Criterion 6. One thing I learned going in, I really didn't want to do it because I don't like to put my art or even my writing up online or showing it to people unless it's required. But I had to show the IB coordinator and the IB CAS supervisor my photography. So I created the blog, and it's not private. There's really no way to make it private. So it's just kind of out there for everyone to see. That's a little bit stressful, but going it through the experience, I've kind of learned, through making it and through the process, in the end, it doesn't really matter if anyone sees it or anyone reads it who don't like it. If someone goes on there and contacts me and is your photography's horrible, I kind of, throughout the process, I kind of realized, what other people think doesn't really matter, because in the end, taking pictures makes me happy, and I know my photography's not that good at this point. That's why I'm practicing so much. Yeah, it's kind of taught me to take more risks, because like I said, I don't really especially the blog for reducing our impact on the environment doesn't have any text posts up right now because I'm still doing research. But I have stress about publishing that one, because not everyone I know, or everyone, I have family members that don't agree with climate change. So it's stressful because it might cause conflict, but like, in the end, it's really, I believe really passionately that we need to reduce our impact on the environment, and that one of the main ways to do that is to start on a personal level. So it's really important to me to kind of like spread that message and spread like that sort of thing around. So I've realized through this process that in the end you have to look at what's important to you and things that you just have to start doing things for you instead of like thinking, oh, what if someone sees this and doesn't like it, because in the end they're like a speck on a rock, and if some person I don't even know doesn't like my photography, it's not going to affect me. And even if someone I know doesn't like it, it doesn't affect me. Yeah, and I know this addresses Criterion 7 because learning to be technologically savvy is really important now more than ever, because as I get older I'll probably end up having to have some sort of website for whatever I'm doing. Everything is a website now. So becoming familiar with setting up your own blogs, your own websites is going to help me in the future, because you can look, even like cooks have their own websites, and like everyone does. So, and especially now that we're a globally based world, having a way to communicate your business or your ideas to the entire world is really important, because like that's just how everyone's doing it now. So if you don't know how to do it, you're gonna end up left behind. I also think it's gonna help me with my writing in the long run, because I want to consistently update my Reducing Our Impact blog, which is my text-based blog. So like I'll be writing a lot, and writing a lot is going to improve my writing, because it's not, like I said, it's not an opinion blog, and it's not an fiction blog. I'm doing actual research. I'm using like authored sources, things like that. They won't all be authored, but they'll all be accredited, you know what I mean? So that was also going to be one thing that this process is going to help me with. And then it addresses Criterion 10, because I'll put a link to the 2 blogs below so you can go look at them where they're at right now. My Reducing Our Impact blog, like I said, it doesn't have any text posts published at this point, but it has an About Me page, and I will be putting text posts up. Hopefully the first one will go up by March, probably the beginning of the second week of March. But so yeah, that's my CAS Reflection 6. I'm sorry I sound so grody. I'm sick right now. But I knew that I had to get this done before it all kind of like flew out of my head. So I'll see you later.